Now there should be timestamps in the description below for this video since it's going to be relatively long. But I'm also going to state that when it comes to the Linux operating system, mostly the Ubuntu version I'm running, I'm going to be incredibly harsh. And that is due to the fact that just doing the most simplest of tasks under Linux is unnecessarily difficult compared to Windows. From just trying to install my RX 5600 XT's GPU drivers under Linux to getting the stinking Ps3 emulator working on this thing, well, not getting it working at all, is nothing more than painfully annoying and unnecessarily difficult. Even when you follow the instructions and you copy and paste all the stupid terminal commands into the terminal. So let's first start off with the GPU drivers. So I'm actually going to act the way I initially did when I first got the computer installed with Linux, and I went to go install the GPU drivers. I went to AMD's website, I downloaded the latest drivers for the version of Ubuntu I have, which are these right here. So I opened the folder and I saw these two little icons here, which are clearly terminal-based icons. I initially thought that since this is Ubuntu and this is the more closer Windows version to Ubuntu, if I double-click those, the terminal will automatically pop up and it'll start doing its thing. It'll ask me for my password, I hit enter, and it'll just continue on doing its thing. Unfortunately, I only get this. And of course, then the next thing I went is open with this, and then I tried run software. I selected that, and as we all know, that did nothing. So I'm going to go back to here, select that, there we go, that. And then I eventually tried the terminal. And as you can tell, if I actually scroll down, oh, now it's actually showing. Interesting. Normally it won't actually show this, but let's go to here. And if I dump this to here, I hit enter, and I go this. Give it a couple seconds, let it do its code-based garbage. Now it's going to ask me if I want to continue, so give me a second to bring this down to a point where you can actually see what it's doing. I hit yes. Now for preference, I've been at this now for 5 hours. I've been trying to get the GPU drivers to install properly, and then I've been trying to get the goddamn Ps3 emulator working to no avail. On Windows, I can get the drivers for my RX 5600 XT installed and the Ps3 emulator up and running in like 15 minutes. And I'm going to prove that. Now, as you can tell, subprocess something something returned error code 1. And errors were occurred while processing this. And if I actually scroll up some, error processing whatever. Something 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 did not configure yet. Error processing blah 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 blah. Error cannot create something something report. So obviously something went wrong. The problem is an error report cannot be created. So what the hell went wrong? So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to restart the computer and see what happens. And from what I can tell, there's no real way for me to test the GPU on this thing to see if it's actually working. Oops, it did. Loading into Windows. I already told you it was going to be a long video. Restart. Thank God I didn't decide to install this alongside Windows 10. Thank God I just decided to install it onto its own little drive. Geez, and Linux people want us Windows users to use this operating system. Why would I want to use this operating system when everything's fucking terminal based? And even when it's terminal based, it fucking kicks out errors. And then it tells you error report can't be made so I can figure out what's going on and try and resolve it. And this operating system is supposed to be the superior one to Windows and Mac OS. Clearly, it is not. Just when the most simplest tasks, installing the GPU drivers, doesn't even fucking work. Well, that's nice. When I scroll down, it only goes to here. So clearly something's wrong. So let's go to here, pop up the terminal again, drag this back into the fucking terminal, hit enter and see what it spats out. Okay, so it does detect that there is a installation in here. The blah 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 driver is already installed or is not installed or was not uninstalled correctly. Please fully uninstall the driver before proceeding with the installation. You can try running the APU uninstaller scripts in the u/bin something something user/bin. What the hell is user/bin? And where the hell is that? Oh God. Ah, there it is. Let's just drag this in and see what it does. Oh wait, yes. Alright, so it's purged everything at least. At least I figured out how to uninstall it now. Let's try installing it one more time and see what happens. Yeah, because dragging it to the terminal, there you go, you dumb fuck. Alright, it's now asking me to reinstall it again. So let's hit yes and zoom back into the terminal again. Again, everything's fucking terminal based. It can't be GUI based to where you can actually see what the hell is going on. I mean, technically you can see what's going on here too, but all this stuff is just completely nonsense to me because it's not, I don't understand it for shit. But the one thing I can absolutely understand is can't create report error. Can't even make a fucking report error when something that goes wrong. What a joke of an operating system. It's why I called it Stupid OS and Joke OS. The name is befitting it. And the thing is that most likely when someone goes to help me, they're going to tell me to put all these little terminal commands in there, and hopefully they'll work. But considering it's still popping up the exact same fucking errors, I doubt it. But I'll try. There's someone going to give me a bunch of terminal commands. God, installing stuff even on not Windows, installing stuff on macOS is easier than this. It keeps popping back the same errors. So let's see what happens when I go to this again, and at least it scrolls down properly now. So I guess the GPU drivers are installed? I don't know. Alright, and here's the part where I try to install the PS3 emulator. So let's yeet this into the trash and go to the emulator. Let's go to their emulator website. Ps3 Emulator, download, Linux, save. Okay, so let's go to open. Open with. It has a gear on it, and I can already tell the GPU drivers are not installed just by how the just by all the screen tearing. The GPU drivers did not install. So it has a little gear on it. So I would think, okay, let's hit run software. And obviously nothing happens. What the fuck's an app image? I had to download stuff just to run the fucking... How do you make it executable? This doesn't make any sense. Do I... Really? Okay, Linux users. You want us Windows users to use this operating system over Windows. You even made Ubuntu a close representation of Windows for the average Windows user to make themselves normalized with the operating system. And yet, trying to drag and drop a simple little thing from the downloads folder to the desktop is completely impossible. You have to do it through this. That is so asinine. And to prove my point, here's my Windows 7 Dell computer running an old dual core from 2006. I believe there is something in the downloads folder. Alright, let's take BlueStacks for instance. I want to move BlueStacks. I want to remove the BlueStacks application from my downloads folder to my desktop. So let's see how easy it is. Oh, look, it's that fucking easy. You fucking Linux users want us to use this operating system. We can't even get the most simplest thing from Windows on the stinking operating system. Again, I'm being harsh, and I told you I was going to be harsh. I warned you. Okay. So, I have that. Clearly, nothing's happening. So I scroll down to here, and I see this. For Linux users, package using the image package format to run executable this. So I'm going to go there. I'm going to go to terminal. I'm going to paste, and I'm going to hit enter. And it comes up with a basically cannot find or log file failed, whatever that means. So I'm thinking, okay, drag it to the terminal. And it doesn't drag to the terminal. So what am I supposed to do? Copy, paste, command not found. What do I do with this? Do I hit this? I'm just trying to get the damn PS3 emulator to work. Sorry, I gotta refocus the screen again. Did it download something? That's the PS3 emulator, but that's not the stupid program. No. Name. Is it this? This? No such file or directory. Command not found. What's my directory? No such file or directory. I got pee, be right back. Alright, so I'm back. So I tried that, so let's try this. Download app something something image by this. Copy. Paste. Okay, it's downloaded something, so I see something on here, so let's do this. Copy. Fail, log file failed, still fails. So what am I supposed to do now? Do I have to fucking watch an installation guide? Okay, let's try that then. Save. Downloads to that. So let's go to this. Oh yeah, I forgot because copy V is too difficult. Alright. Let's go to this. Not found. Let's try this then. All right. It does nothing. Oh god, I forgot how bad ads. Ugh. I'm gonna come back and see if maybe I can get it working. Those GPU I was trying, the GPU driver I was trying to install earlier. I have absolutely no audio, and I have my main PC speakers cranked all the way to the max. I've absolutely no audio whatsoever coming from my computer. So even if I managed to get the PS3 emulator working on this thing, I wouldn't be able to hear anything. What a joke of an operating system. I can't even get audio to work. This OS is a joke. There is a massive reason why this operating system is always in third place when it comes to OSs. It can't even select and delete all. Well, back to Windows. Let's say I want to remove all of these from my desktop. Oh look, 2 button clicks and it's gone. With Linux, not so much. What a fucking joke of an operating system. Again, you Linux people want us to what? Again, the Linux fanboys want us to use this operating system. They say it's superior, and yet I can't do the most simplest of tasks, which is installing a GPU driver and then installing the PS3 emulator? What the hell? Alright, so this is the Windows portion of this video. So, as I showed on the first part, towards the end, I had absolutely no audio coming from my computer. Well, let's see what happens here. Interesting. I have audio coming from my computer. So, what I need to do first is I need to uninstall completely my GPU drivers. So, the first thing I need to do is I need to unplug my internet. And the second thing I need to do is I need to go and actually physically uninstall the GPU drivers. And I also need to replug in my main Ethernet cable because I actually knocked it loose. And I need to shut down my little Dell Optiplex because my new cooling fan's coming in probably like the next few hours. I need to get that thing set up to replace its cooling fan. This video I'm currently recording is going to be going on my secondary YouTube channel. The video about me replacing the cooling fan on my Dell Optiplex is going on my main channel. What a heavy little bastard. It's also hot too. But it's a nice, relatively smallish Dell Optiplex. And for a role of a secondary computer, this thing's perfect. It's just its main cooling fan is gone, going bad. Ball bearings are making noise. I got myself a Noctua fan and hopefully that will work. All I gotta do is I just gotta salvage the power plug from the original cooling fan. Oops, I forgot that. Okay, now all I need to do is I need to go into safe mode. And I think I need to hit right shift instead of left, but let's see what happens. Okay, it doesn't matter what shift. Advanced, setup, next. Alright, F4. Excuse me. Blech. Isn't it amazing how quickly I can do all this stuff in Windows? No terminal-based coding, just simple executables and a simple yes or no. It's amazing how quickly you can do stuff in Windows compared to fucking Linux. Again, the only reason why I was trying to use Linux was to see if I can actually play Macross 30 at a better frame rate and it being a lot more reliable. But, as you saw, Linux is being nothing but a fucking joke. Even though I follow the instructions to a T, it still fails. Thank God I put Linux on its own little hard drive. When I'm done with this, I'm just going to take that hard drive and I'm just going to nuke it. The only time Linux was a good use for me was when I had an old Asus Triple E netbook. That thing would have weird random crashing issues, and what I would do is I'll install Linux on that thing for a little bit, and then reinstall Windows, and that would usually stop the weird crashing issues. So I gotta wait for Windows to fully recuperate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to here, go to the emulator, and try and open it. What will happen is it will pop up an error saying no Vulkan, which is what it should do. Which means there's no GPU driver on this thing whatsoever. Alright, and let's get a stopwatch running and see how long it takes for me to reinstall my AMD GPU drivers and reinstall and reset up the Ps3 emulator. So first thing I need to do is I need to re-plug in my Ethernet switch to power. And then I'm going to let Windows reinstall its basic NVIDIA drivers from their update server. That'll probably take about 1 to 2, maybe 3 minutes max. So I'll pull out my MacBook and let my Windows computer do its thing. And while we're at it, installing BlueStacks on this MacBook was stupid easy. It makes Windows look like Linux. But at least it still ran perfectly fine on Windows. Oh, Fit made another video. Great. Did he die in the video? Hopefully. And for those that don't know, Fit MC, Minecraft YouTuber. Alright, it just reinstalled the basic AMD drivers from their update server. And I probably also, nope, the start menu is working, so that's good. So next thing I gotta do is I gotta go to AMD's website, go to the drivers, go to my current card, submit, 64-bit, recommended, let my god tier internet do its job, and I'm a little under 2 minutes. That's installed or downloaded. Hit open. Alright, close that out. Install. Install. Windows is freaking out, but that's normal. Restart. No terminal pulled up for a little second, but would you look at that? I didn't have to type any commands. It did its own little thing and went away. Interesting. It's like Windows is superior to Linux. Alright, and if I go to AMD, it should have its little software crap up. So give it a couple seconds. Yep, we're good here. Alright. And if I go to my pre-installed copy of Ps3 Emulator, it now opens up without an issue. So let's actually go and download the Ps3 Emulator again, just to add insult to injury, and just to prove my point. And Sony's server is being retarded. Okay, never mind. It was Chrome being retarded. Be nice if you actually would drag and drop. There you go. I ran the quick start. Don't show again. Firmware. Install. Alright. It's compiling crap. And I'm not even 10 minutes in. And of course my stupid wireless dongle for my controller is refusing to work right. Stupid dongle. Alright, so let's go to configure. I'm going to leave all this alone. The only thing I will change is this. Let's go to all I really need to do is just get the game up and running. That's really all that matters. So let's go to here, pads. Let's go to X input, save, open, and if I go to here, here, and here, subfolder, it should find it. Alright, there it is. It's now compiling crap again. Yeah. I'm getting close. 15 seconds and it'll be 10 minutes. Actually, 10 minutes. 5 more to go to make my claims. Can Ps3 Emulator work for me to make it through the sub 15 minutes like I stated at the very beginning of this video? I don't even dare try running CMU on Linux. I get perfect frame rate just fine on CMU. Hell, I can get near constant 60 FPS in Fart of the Wild now. It's real surprising to see that emulator go so far to where I could barely run Fart of the Wild, to where Fart of the Wild actually gets 60 plus FPS, near 60 on my computer now. And Fart of the Wild is it's an okay game. I play like once every 6 months for like 5 minutes. Mostly just to see how far CMU has gone in the past 6 months. I don't think I'll get audio because I gotta do some more, yeah, I don't get full audio, so... Okay, so I'm getting something. I'll probably have to do a little audio cut. Okay, so there's a little bit more. OpenGL, master volume, blah blah blah. Turn off buffering. I know I didn't touch any of that. Close. Apply, save. $14. Can I get to the 15-minute mark? Alright, I got audio. Uh, 10 seconds. Ah, just under 15 seconds.
やるってんなら容赦しねえぞ。どこのドイツか知らねえが撃墜されて文句言うなよ。そんじゃ戦闘開始だ。一気撃墜。悪いがこのままやらせてもらうぜ。あいつを落とせばいいんだな。2機目もいただきだ。悪いが落とさせてもらうぜ。前期落としたみてえだが浮かれてばっかりもいられねえな。ゴーストがいるってことは近くにポカン
Managed to get under the full 15 minutes, but just barely. Literal 2 seconds before 15 seconds. Well, can't say I didn't try to use Linux. I tried all the, followed all the little fucking tutorials, and it didn't work. What a garbage operating system! And occasionally the Ps3 Emulator does go a little stupid. But that's to be expected. It is still a work in progress emulator. Do what you're told, you stupid computer. Alright. Well, now time to edit this whole video together.